Here to react is Texas Congressman Chip Roy. Congressman, why was it so important that our military launch these strikes against this Kharg island, known as Iran's oil lifeline?
Yeah, Laura, great to be on. First of all, credit to this administration for recognizing that it's true that Iran has essentially had a radical Islamic theocracy, which has been having a stranglehold and holding the world hostage because of the importance of the tankers moving through the Straits of Hormuz. Now, 15 years ago, Texans did a good job in propping up the oil industry here by engaging in fracking so that we're now more independent. But now the president is taking the right steps to free the world from that stranglehold that this radical, theocracy has had on the ability for commerce to flow and for those tankers to move through the straits. So by taking out Kharg Island, the terminal facility there, that's a big strike at China. What people aren't really focusing on here is the geopolitical brilliance of the president taking on Russia and China by going after Maduro and now going after Iran. This is the moment to reshape the geopolitical stage, and the president is doing it. And Democrats aren't just rooting for us to lose in Iran. They're rooting against America. They don't want America to win. They're totally fine having radical Islamists attacking us on our own soil, putting them back out to engage in terror here in America, while rooting against us over there, instead of the brilliance of what we're doing now to knock the knees out from under the Iranians.
Yeah, apparently 90% of the crude exports were dependent on that facility at that island. So Donald Trump's basically saying, you can try to wait us out. We're going to take it out. You got to surrender. It's over. It's only a matter of time. So he's actually leading in a very complicated world. The rest of the world kind of knows that daddy's going to clean it up. Don't you get that sense? Like the Gulf countries know it. Europe knows it. They know that when push comes to shove, the United States is going to ensure that traffic flows in the Gulf. There is no doubt in my mind. And yet Schumer and Murphy and all the rest are clearly wishing for this to fail. I find that this is one of the most detestable moments for, frankly, a party that has become so deeply invested in America's failure. It's actually shocking to me, even after all these years of covering them.
Well, I mean, even as we're talking about this and we're watching these terrorist events unfold on American soil, as you and I have talked about before in Austin with the property of Allah sweatshirt, you don't see people going around shooting people with property of Zion or property of Jesus. It's property of Allah. And so what's happening here is the president's taking the fight directly to them now. And we need to win that kinetic war, but we also need to win the war here on our own soil. We don't need common sense, gun reform or, gun control. We need common sense Islamist control. The president is sending a big message right now. Commerce is going to engage around the world. We're going to move oil around the world. We're no longer going to be held hostage, as we have been for 50 years, by this radical theocracy. And he's sending that message loudly. And again, connect the dots to Maduro. Connect the dots from Maduro to Iran to Russia to China. We're reestablishing the Western Hemisphere. We're knocking out the knees of Iran. And now Russia and China are going to have to listen. And by the way, that'll have an impact in Ukraine, and it'll have an impact around the world. This is what leadership looks like. Democrats don't like it because they would rather root against America and root for demise rather than stand up behind the president because they've got derangement syndrome. But the president's continuing unabated.
They don't have an agenda, Congressman.
Correct.
They have no answers.
Nothing.
They couldn't grow the economy. They didn't want to grow our military or strengthen our military. It was DEI, trans agenda, and all that nonsense 24/7. But America was flatlining or declining with inflation. They have no agenda. This is all they have. It's despicable, and I hope the American people are seeing it. Congressman, thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.